Welcome back, everybody. England has finally remembered herself, and we have some of the weather that she is most famous for today. It is grey, it is damp, it is dreary, and let's be honest, just a bit dreadful. I did not really want to get out of bed this morning, but we are not allowing it to dampen our spirits because the trailer is going on today, but it's not for what you might expect. But we're busting out my trusty steed, the old ASX again today, because we may or may not need four-wheel drive for this job. Got about that much. Bet he was missing his reversing camera right about now. Whoa, beautiful.
Not just a trailer today, workstation too. We had a delivery from Jons the other day. It was a bit wet, not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna get bogged and he weren't gonna get out, but we have some fencing. Look at this wood though. Woo! It is sexy. Yep. Tilt forward. I've never done this type of fencing before either. I think they call it stock fencing, so it's gonna be interesting. Yep.
I couldn't be more glad that we put this hardcore down though. It is working a treat. We'd be in a mud pit again otherwise.
Whoa, tilt forward. What do we need?
Chainsaw.
Wait there.
Yeah. Even the old cart is a workstation today. She thought she'd been retired, but she's back in business. Do you want to take the sledge in case they need a bit of an extra tippity tap?
We should have a proper post hole knocker. In fact, we should have a proper post hole knocker for the machine.
We should have one to go on my tractor that we still don't have as well.
Wait till you see what idea we've got for putting the posts in. This is either going to be the best idea we've ever had, or the worst.
Let's hope we don't get bog day.
Go on, a bit more. I'll do. Yeah. This is where it's one of them comedy shows. I do this, they all come rolling down and roll on top of me. Ooh.
Anticlimax for me there.
Like I said, we've never done any of this sort of fencing before, so I'll give you a quick overview of what I think is got to happen. So you can do a few different ways where you put a big post at the end and then you have like a H style, I think it is, and that stops the post from racking. But we're going for a post and strainer style. So first thing we need to do is stick the big post in. We tried to get some big posts with points on, couldn't get any, so we'd have to make our own. You can get post knockers that go on the front of the old telehandlers, but they're a couple of grand a pop. You can get them for tractors, but we haven't got a tractor. So the farmer who lived next door to us at the old place, he reckons that you can just do it with the tines at the front. So Andrew, hopefully it works.
This is plan A with the forks on because I can see a lot better with the forks than with the bucket. But if we need a little bit more weight behind us, the plan is we'll go get the bucket and load it all up with rubble.
But this is a 2.4 metre post and we've got to put it in the ground 1.2 metres. So I don't know how this is going to go. Normally with a big post knocker, they've got a big weight on and it drops down, hits the top of the post and obviously drives it into the ground. The good thing about that is you can get it square and keep it square, whereas coming down with this, it might push it down an angle. Right, a bit more. Right, hold it there. Whoa, 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 up. I think we're gonna have to bust the big guns out. Go on, a bit more, bit more. Whoa.
Time for some muscle.
Where did this one come from?
That is a whopper. Come on.
Oh, watch out, watch out.
At least we can just tip it out at the end. We haven't got to pick it up. Oh. Well, if that load ain't doing it, nothing is. I don't think that this is a view I will ever get used to. She's going.
Whoa.
It's working.
I'm not perfectly happy because it's out ever so slightly on the bubble. It could be due with a few millimetres that way.
You are being so picky.
But it did a good job, the old telehandler, because the problem is as you go down with the bucket, it doesn't just go down square, it sort of like pulls in a little bit as well. And that's why I think we're getting it like that. So I think next time I'll compensate the other way, and then as it comes down, yeah.
Up there for thinking, Johnny boy. Now we've got our great big meaty corner posts in, we need to put in these strainer posts to help it hold the strain of the wire as it goes 100 metres in that direction. But we don't have anything down there that's strong enough to hold a string line for us. So we're going to go down there and put in that corner post as well. And as we do, we may as well make most use of the trip.
Right, go on then, slowly away.
Oh, she feels the pull. You good?
Bit slower. What I'm doing is I've measured it on the trailer. When that post gets to the back of the trailer, I can drop the next one down, and I know that is my measurement. We're going about 2.5 metres for every one. We've got to put all these in yet.
I know. Oh my goodness me. Gotta get the old telehandler. This is so much fun. I just feel like a big kid nearly every day here. This one seems taller than the one in the paddock.
Right, go on, try go down. Not having it. No. Up. Oh dear. I think it might hit a rock. Right, try that. Go on, down you go.
You're gonna check her?
No, down you go, down you go. Go on. And whoa! Oh, beautiful!
Yeah!
Oh, that's spot on. So look, this bit on the outside's a bit high, look.
Yeah, and the wire's got to go around the outside. So I think that's
We'll
job
call
done.
it a day.
Job done.
That is spot on, look. Bang on and bang on.
You happy, boy?
Bang on.
But the weather has started to deteriorate on us and we don't know how long we can stay out here with the telehandler. So we've just mocked this up to get what the length will be and then used our trusty wheel along measure. Thanks very much, Keithy boy, cutest dogs in the world, who gave us this. We wheeled out and we've got 104 metres down there. So bust out my calculator and we're going at 2.6. It was 2.5 that I'd planned, but 2.6 makes it fit perfect.
Quick math then, how many posts are down there?
40.
You didn't quick math that, did you?
No, that was on my calculator.
But these posts are only basically just to hold the fence up. There's no strain on them whatsoever. So we can go with 4-inch posts rather than the 6-inch. And these are only going 600 mil in the ground as well, rather than 1.2 for the big post. So hopefully they're going a lot easier. With ease, this one.
It is less than half the size of the corners.
Well, beautiful.
It was a big day yesterday and we cracked on and got the posts in around the whole entire property, apart from the front fence though, because that is going to be different. And I know it sounds a bit silly, but I feel so much more safe and secure just having the posts in. Can't wait to get the wire in though, because I do feel a little bit exposed here. It's not just our physical security that we have to think about these days though, it's online too, with crimes like scams and identity theft on the rise. But the sponsor of this week's video, Incogni, helps us feel safer online too. One of the ways that criminals get hold of your details is from websites, directories and commercial databases that collect your personal information and turn it into profiles that they sell to places like recruiters, landlords and loan companies. Now, these directories have really bad security and get hacked frequently. And they've also been caught intentionally selling information to people they shouldn't. But the bad guys can't harm you if they can't find you, and that's where Incogni can help. They get you removed from all the lists that make you vulnerable. And all you have to do is create an account and authorise your removal. And they'll go to work getting you removed from all of those lists. And they'll send you regular updates. They also have a new level of service called custom removals, where you can send them any website that exposes your details and your dedicated privacy expert will get you removed so long as they legally can. Incogni is the only personal information removal service to be independently verified by Deloitte, and they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want to give it a go, they've given us a massive 60% discount on an annual plan if you use the code TRUEBLUE, or go to incogni.com/trueblue. I'll put a link in the description for you.
Now, if there's any Kiwis watching, look away now, because from what I've seen online, you guys are the specialists when it comes to stock fencing. I've even seen you do like competitions out there and everything. But one thing I've noticed, there is not one way to do it, and no matter what way you do it, somebody says you do it wrong. So obviously this is the strainer post, which is going to take the tension from all this 100-metre stretch of wire. So you need these diagonal supports to strengthen it up. I would think you would go quite high like that, and I think you'd get a lot more support that way. Apparently if you do it like that, it's more likely the post will pull out the ground. So what you're meant to do is you're meant to go just below the knee. So I've slotted it out with the old chisel. I'm impressed with that because I'm not really a chisel man, but that slots in there like that. I'll show you that again. Look. Ooh. Then goes in the bottom. We dig a little ditch in there, and then we get this post and then press it in there. There is other ways to do it, where you put like a T-brace in there, or you put a wedge in and then knock that in, cut it off and then put a post in. Like I say, I don't think there's a right or wrong way, just what way you want to do it.
You ready?
Yeah. Back towards you a little bit. After doing more than 100 posts, we've learned to use the in and out on the old bucket and the side shift. And we didn't even know it's got like a tilt function. Show them the tilt function.
Okay, ready? Ooh.
Look at that.
And then hang on. Ooh.
We didn't even know it had that until we did this. So as we're pushing that down, it's pushing that post into that one, so creating more tension as well. Go on then, last little bit. Whoa, up. Spot on. Got a brand new chisel as well, 50mm wide, that little beast. But my sister, if you're watching, remember that time you used my wood chisels to chisel out mortar for your fireplace? I still haven't got a new chisel from you. Beautiful.
Well, the old telehandler is earning her keep, but it's a good job we kept this rubble because I think she needed the helping hand.
When I fixed the old quick hitch on it as well, I never realised how much we were actually going to use it. Good job we didn't go to a manual pin anyway. She's getting pretty good at this too. She knows it as well, look.
Yeah, I do.
The next job, the mesh. But you'd think this would be made of gold, the amount this costs. Whoa! Spoke too soon.
I hope it didn't damage the gold mesh.
I just said that cost a fortune, you've dented it. What you got to say about that then?
I was trying not to hit the tripod, John put the camera in an inappropriate position.
For this job though, I've got a new tool. Look at this little beauty. The old Milwaukee fencing nailer.
We're actually using the old mobility scooter for a job she was intended for today.
Get in, girl, get in.
Oh,
are you driving?
I'm driving. All right, let's go. In gear. Handbrake off. Rip it.
We've got another new tool. The fence strainer. Is that everything?
Hopefully this time. Let's go.
I think we should set up like a little track all the way around the outside.
Well, a little rally car track.
We had loads of people messaging saying that I should build like a little motocross track. I'm thinking about doing like a trials track with tyres and pallets and then getting like an electric Osset or something like that. Be cool, wouldn't it? Easy.
Let's put it back, baby.
How much was this wire?
Too much money. I don't want to talk about it.
How much?
These 6 rolls of wire cost more than all of the posts put together. But it means that we can have every kind of animal there is. You can have horses, because with horses, you have to be a bit careful because they can put their feet through the fence. So you have to have really small squares. It's even small enough that it'll be fine for chickens.
So how much was it?
I honestly don't know.
This is one of them things, this is like my tool, isn't it? You don't actually tell me the price.
No, you'll never know.
It worked out a bit of blessing in disguise that the post didn't go in here because we've left enough gap to get the roll out, but also I think we're going to plant a hedge in here, like a thorn hedge, because this is like a private road here, so it's not too bad, but you can jump over. So if we put a thorn hedge here, it gives us a bit more security, and we were also thinking like might deaden the sound and that as well, eh?
Indeed. We did have a bit of trouble getting this post in as well, but the way that we solved that was to get a massive, great big spiky pry bar and basically make ourselves a pilot hole. And then we found as well, if you put some water down in it, it lets it slide in. But I think 1, it's obviously we've got the trees with the big roots, but 2, they've sucked all the moisture out the ground. And also the farmer hasn't obviously ploughed too close up to them. So that's all quite compact.
Because we wanted to go from this line here straight down, but obviously because of all the roots and everything, we couldn't. So all we've done is it come at a bit of an angle. You might notice we're doing the shorter one first.
John wanted to do the 100-metre long section to start off with. I said maybe it would be a good idea to try on the little bit first.
How are we going to hold this up?
It's actually not as bad as I thought it might be. Well, I really like the look of it anyway.
Now to tie this mesh around this post, what you got to do is bend it round and do a fancy knot where you twist the wire round, but it's hard work, takes a long time and takes a bit of skill. Easy, cheap way is to use these gripples. So what you do is you just feed it onto the wire like that, and they work almost like a cable tie. Once you've pushed them on, they then can't come off that way. And then you'll see on here, you see they've got a hook that end and a hook that end, and obviously they're opposites. So then you put it down on the wire.
Make sure you put it on the same square.
Then you feed it over, clip it in like that, and then you push the wire through and it locks in. But the next job is to tension the fence. Now we got it tied off at the end.
And the reason we need to do that is if you look down here, you can see how it's all sagging. So the only way to do that is to give it a big old yank this way.
So I've got this tool and it's not quite worked out any good because the holes are so small, these bits of angle don't quite fit through them all. So
it's a bit wonky.
You put the spikes through, give it a knock so then it's tight in there, and then you're meant to get a winch and then pull it basically from this post here to the tool and then pull it tight and then tie it off at the end. And the thing is, I forgot the old winch at home, but we got just the tool for the job. The jack of all jobs, the telehandler.
Kids, do not try this at home.
Gonna work a treat. Now the way I'm gonna do this is we've got quite close to the fence. Now put it in crab steer.
Yep.
And then what this is gonna do is when Jess turns now.
Turn which way?
Turn that way. Other way. Both wheels are going to turn in the same direction, so I'm hoping when we come down this fence line it's going to come square. That's it. Working a treat.
I will add at this point that John did not get this idea from the champion Kiwi fencers. This is a John special.
And what you got to do is you're meant to tension it on the top and the bottom when you're pulling it tight as well, because they reckon if you just do it off the one it doesn't pull it properly. So strap over the boom, shackle at the top and the bottom.
John, I would like you to stop doing this as an instructional video.
Whoa, whoa.
That didn't sound good. A few battered fingers later, but we have got this end all tied off. So it is now time for the very nervous moment of truth and to remove this strainer.
What I was hoping is we could get that strainer closer to this big post, because then you've got less slack that could potentially fall back, but we can't because this cross brace here. So I think lesson learned, next time we'll put that as close as we can to this post.
We just didn't know how much slack it would actually pull out. So we didn't want to end up kind of going past this post and knocking it, and I don't know. It's going to be a nervous moment.
Right, just reach back in.
Yeah.
And that should take the slack off. Oh, yes!
Is it good?
Yeah, still good. Again, no idea what tension it's meant to be, but they reckon you should be able to bounce on it like that. And that's what the old sheep are meant to do, run into it and bounce off of it. I don't know.
That was an attractive pose you did for everybody. Would you like to do that again?
Definitely would get a bolt on one next time, because where we haven't clamped it tight enough on the actual strand, it's just pulled that one across. So we'll have to straighten all them back up. But the last job we've got to do is secure in all this mesh now. And this is where we bust out this old beast. This fires in these monsters, 40mm nails they are. So all you do, you ain't got to worry about gas on this either, because it's a cordless. But lift it up to the height we want to go, and it's got a depth gauge on here as well. Hopefully it's set right. Stick that over like that. Away you go. Now you notice that hasn't gone in tight on the mesh, so it's still got a little bit of movement, and you want that because then it won't damage the actual mesh itself, so it won't rust over time, but also it lets it move too.
I tell you one thing, you do not want to put your finger behind that.
You want to go?
Go on then. There?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a bit of kickback.
Well, this side has gone a hell of a lot better. We got it all tensioned up because the oldies have come down.
They have come to save the day. They are rolling out the fence on the other side for us as we speak.
But they bought us the winch, so it's a lot more controlled doing it this way. We can get it a lot more square. So we've got it tensioned up the top and the bottom. So this side, you can really get some spring and action on, but also this end as well. We've moved this a lot closer, so even this side now is a lot more tense. We also knocked these pins in a lot tighter this time, and it hasn't knocked the wire out, so much better on there.
Learning as we go, eh boy?
This part of the fence is the only bit that you can't tension, because obviously the post is there, this is all slack. But I forgot I had this tool as well, didn't I?
You forgot you had the tool.
I bought it for this job as well, but so what you do is with these gripples, normally you just pull it through by hand, but you can't get it that tight. So you see that one, it's quite slack there. So what you do is you get this on, and then what it does is it locks in the wire, and then as you pull, it pulls the wire through. So you can get it a lot more tight. Look at that. Well, we put another big shift in yesterday, but the fencing is all now officially done throughout the whole place, which is so nice to see all our boundaries. The good thing about doing jobs like that is by the end of it, you get pretty good at it because you do so much. So stock fencing mission complete, but today we're up early because we're on with our next mission.
Some of you might recognise this setting. We've driven ourselves 3 hours up north again this morning, and we've come to visit our mates in Suspension.
Because they're fitting the cage sides to the old trailer. They have had them ready for a few weeks, but Jess wanted to get moved into the caravan first, didn't she? But whilst we're here, we're going to pick something else up as well. Jess is well pleased about this bit as well, aren't you, Jess? Because we're getting more tools. Last time I was here, old Jakey boy said that in this warehouse here, there's loads of tools that need
They need to find a new home, yes, because they can't sell them, because obviously they're responsible for health and safety and they can't ensure that they're all perfect. So they said that if we take them at our own risk, then John is a very happy boy and he can have them.
So we got a few. I was hoping this would be good, but it looks like somebody's dropped it and it's got a bit of damage on it. We got the bandsaw. We need to load that old girl up. Look at that little monster. This adjustable hydraulic ramp table thing. I don't know what I want to use it for, but I'm thinking adjustable table.
Free tool, John is there, is what the story is with that.
Then we've got the old pillar drill. I was hoping we could get this pipe bender, but unfortunately we can't.
Yeah, apparently they still use that one for making the rounded pipes that go over the livestock trailers.
But there's this big, I don't know, what did he say this was? A big jig or something like that?
Yeah, some kind of gigantic jig.
But apparently it's too heavy to go in the trailer. So And then
Jake did also get all of the tools out that John told him that he wanted. But of course, he's still been nosying around and found himself this in the corner.
I'm like, can we have that? Can we have that? But I found this little beauty. So you put the old flat bar in there, clamp it up, and then bend away. And then what else are we having as well? We've got another bench grinder as well. I was saying I wanted another one as well.
Show me your Goonie face.
Oh no, we got this as well. I forgot about this. Little belt finisher.
Question is, will John's tool haul actually fit in the van?
We'll get in, don't you worry about that.
Made for the job. We've been spending too much time together.
One way to move a trailer. The old mesh kit's on.
Look at her.
What I like about these though is they only run the top clips at the top rather than the bottom, because on the old trailer ad you have to undo all 4 clips and then remove the cage, whereas this one drops down. But then you can always remove them as well. Yeah. Wonder if you can fit any more on. We need a bigger trailer.
I don't think they make a bigger trailer. Where exactly are you planning on putting all this stuff while we rebuild the shed?
I was just thinking that actually. She's all loaded. Indispension not only supplied the trailer, but the goods to go in it. And it's all strapped up properly. I got quite a lot of grief in the comments for the way I store my straps. Even Jake gave me grief for that. So I can assure you, they're all rolled up properly now.
But before we make our getaway with Toolboy's Dream Haul, Indispension have brought out a brand new trailer that we want to show you because it is a super cool bit of kit.
Remember last time I was here and I showed you this auto clamp trailer that takes a 1.5 ton digger? Well, me is bigger brother. 3.5 ton trailer this time with a 2.5 ton capacity for a digger, but they think of everything on these. So same again, bucket in there, locking pin to that's that in, and they've got the patent for these as well. This is called the
auto clamp.
Auto clamp. So same again, drive in, hit that locks it down, and then when you drive back out, there's a spring in there which will release. So literally you haven't got to do anything to it. And then if you back in as well, your front dozer is there. So lift that up, screw that down, and it holds it in there. So literally no straps to hold the whole thing in. Then when it comes to the ramp as well, to keep the weight down, they've gone aluminium, but they use these like spin clamps. So rather than using the anti-loose clips that rattle about, and then also when you take that off, these ramps are on sliders too. So depending on what width of your tracks, put that down and in you go. The thing is, I think we need a 2.5 ton digger now, don't we, Jess?
Well, we have to say a massive thanks to Indispension yet again for making all of Johnny Boy's childhood dreams come true.
And also, I've got the catalogue. I didn't think they did these anymore. I've got some comments saying that people used to have these, like the Screwfix catalogue. It's got literally every single part you can think of for a trailer. The drawbar, axles, wheels, lights, reflectors. So that got me thinking, I wonder if we could build our own tiny house trailer.
What, rather than use the hay bale trailer?
I don't know, or even adapt it maybe.
Or even use it to pimp it up maybe.
Yeah, because at the minute the trailer's quite tall. I don't think we've really shown you that properly yet,
no.
But anyway.
I like your thinking.
Some good reading for later anyway.
I think that maybe we should probably sort out the shed first so you've actually got somewhere to put this, which is what we are going to get on with next week. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys then, and don't forget about that incognito link in the description.